Hi everyone, I'm attempting to do a video on the STAAR released Algebra 1 exam, the end of course that was administered May of last year, or May of 2015. The thing about this is a lot of the questions are based on looking at all the multiple choice questions, and a lot of this is based on the calculator. So before you start this, have the calculator out and print out the test itself, because when I'm trying to do the graphs and everything on here, it's very hard to do that on an iPad. So again, have your calculator ready, have the test printed out so you can read along with me, and I'm going to be also doing, like, each video is going to be 5 questions, about 5 questions. So if you're only having problems with, say, number 10, then you can just look at the second video. So I'll have about 11 videos because there's 51 questions. Alright, so the first one, you should have the test ready, is the scatter plot. And they said which statement is to be true. And this is where I'm not going to write down all the statements. So you have to read along with me. First of all, this is a linear correlation, because if you draw a best fit line through there somehow, that's linear. So A is not correct. There is a correlation between high temperature and the number of visitors, because as the temperature gets higher, the number of visitors gets higher, because people want to go to the beach. And B is wrong as well. So let's look at the answer D. It says when the temperature is between 75 and 90, so the temperature is the x-axis, so 75 and 90, and I hope I did this okay. So 75 and 90, that area. I'm going to erase this part. It says more than 120 visitors are expected at the beach. And so in between here's my 120. So this is up. So that would be true. It's the only true statement, so D is the answer. Okay. The next one, which is kind of a strange question for me, but basically read the problem. He bought donuts at $3.49 each. Alright? And he received, he paid $50, and he got the change back. He got between 10 and 20. So his money is in between 10 and 20. So on this one, I went ahead and wrote out the multiple choice, and I'm going to plug in 8 and 12, because this is the biggest spread. So when I plug in 8, I get, I haven't done it yet, so let me do it real quick. You can do it as well. So 3.49 times 8 equals 27.92. And if you subtract that from 50, so subtract that from 50, so that's how much he paid. He's getting, his change is going to be $22, which is more than the 20. So it can't be 8. So next I want to try the highest number, 12. So I'm going to put 3.49 times 12. And if I subtract from that, you get 41.88. And if you subtract that from 50, that's less than 10. That'd be 9 something, 912. So it can't be this one. So it has to be this one. And you're welcome to check the answers, and whatever you do when you plug in 9 and 11, subtract from 50, and his amount should be in between 10 and 20, and it is. Right? Number 3 says, what is the solution to R? This graph is R. So this is r of x. R of x, remember, equals y. So where is y 0? Alright, and if I do my key points here, this is negative 6, 0. Well, y is 0 here. Y is 0 here. Here, this is where x is 0. And they're asking you, where is y 0? Where does y equal 0? So it equals 0 here and here. So my choices are 14 and negative 6. And they only have one of those choices, so the answer is 14. All right. The next question is here. The function, I rewrote this because I'm used to reading this as y equals mx plus b, whereas b is your y-intercept. And you know when x is 0, well, I'll go ahead and put the 1.25 in. That's where you're not spending any money. So the y-intercept is always your initial cost or your starting point. Remember, it's your y-intercept. So we're starting at 6. We're going up about 1 here. So no matter what you do, you're paying $6 to join the music club. So the answer here is G. The 1.25 is the cost per song. Okay? Or, yeah, is the cost per song. So the answer is G. Now, anytime you see something, I'm going to let you look at the figures. Anytime you see figures like this where it says figure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're going to make that sort of like your X. All right? And I took the liberty of counting the circles, and I wrote them here. So this is my circles. All right? So I want to know what my F of N is. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the answer. So let's say if I take B, and I think it's B. So I plug in my N values. I get 3, so it works. So I try my next one. And that gives me 6. Well, that doesn't work because I should get 8. So then I would move on to another choice. So let's try A. A is N squared plus 2N. 1's going to work. I can just tell by looking. So let me plug in 2. Everywhere there's an N, I put 2. So I got 4 plus 4 is 8. That works. Try 3. So this will be 2 times 3. So that's 9 plus 6 is 15. So that one works. I think I'll try one more. That's 16 plus 8. That equals 24. That works, and you could go ahead and try 5. That's 25 plus 10, which is 35. So this was answer A. Answer A works. But the trick is when you're looking at this, remember that these numbers count. They're like your X, but instead of X, we're calling them N. Okay? The next video I'm going to make is going to be 6 through 10. Thank you and have a nice day.